Okay, here we are back in Boot Hill Bounties. So, some stuff has happened. First and foremost, you solved all my students' riddles. Congratulations, your participation has inspired their young minds to grow. I want you to have this. So this is your reward for doing the trivia the first time around. So here I'll actually get the second thing, the sight scope. So the first round of riddles were actually glitched as of the time of my recording, but as you can see here, they have been fixed. I have a save file here from the dev, and he put me in the classroom actually and reset stuff. So the first time around, you will get suspenders. There's no upper limit to the amount of power. Whoa! Wow. Okay, that's like several steps ahead of the sight scope. So the sight scope is pretty helpful for fights where you know there's going to be a lot of dodging because you can't miss when you're using this. But the suspenders, wow. So if for some reason you're forced to sit idle, like if you may get a counterattack or you're waiting for something specific to happen, or that is really, really strong. So I'm not entirely sure who I want to give that to at the moment. So yeah, we now have the reward for the first round of riddles resolved. So I don't know if that actually is missable or if that's something that's going to be addressed. Just be aware that the dev was aware of it, he has fixed it, so everything should be well and good. Do I want to fight the raccoons? Ah, you can get the back attack on them. So what kind of sucks here is I don't actually have a, let's blister this one. We'll queue up a minecart. So I don't have the Dixie move that lets you just vaporize stuff. Well, it's AoE, I should be more specific than that. And here comes Moon. I'm not sure if I showed off the minecart move, but you can see for the offensive moves for the minecart, I actually should have put up Harvest. Oh well. They cost a lot of AP, but you do a really, really nasty hit. Now anyway, I said we do San Gonzalez next, so we need to buy our train ticket. Oops. So this is a mask for a kid that's going to be there. This is from looking at the dev blog. So this is basically a monastery that we're going to, and they're celebrating their equivalent of Day of the Dead, I believe, and you'll see the mask that kid gets. In case you're wondering, I scouted this area out already. So there's still the whole crop thief that I still need to do, it's just I don't know what precisely you need to do for that. Like if you have to build up your farm first and then the crop thief will appear at your farm, or what exactly. Get an item from talking. So that means one of the guys here will give you something. And I do have that one skill for kid, the one that helps you find what you can harvest. So we'll see what exactly we can pick up over here. Yep. All these ugly people walking around do is talk incessantly, right? Well, not always. They can be a bit more useful and even give you stuff. I really like stuff, so try talking to someone who'll give you something. Then we'll call this challenge complete. Capiche? Speaking of which, well, nothing from him. I'll actually examine Rusty in a moment, because I'm thinking he probably has some stuff for me. Que desfortunado. What bad luck. Every day I must take the train to Cypress Flats to work. Wish I could take the day off and have fun at the festival. No parisis sur de aquí. Nothing something here, or... Did you come to participate in the Eve of Skulls? How should I celebrate the festival? Definitely, stop by the marketplace and buy a souvenir. Have something to eat at the cantina and listen to the songs of San Gonzalez. Maybe put on a carreta and dance away during the day. So I think carreta is the mask for a kid. Or the hat for a kid, I guess, but I kind of spoiled that as a mask. Candlelight vigil and watch the procession of the departed into the church as the bells ring. At night, you should also stop by the ofrenda at the church and say a prayer for the departed. So we got some beans. Creed Littles no more. Little reminder if you're behind the times. Did find some treats that may interest you, but if you want them, you have to complete more of my challenges. Rosie, this bull's enraged by your red hair. Ah, we got the jump on him. So let's sucker punch him, because that's the best way to greet a bull. I need to remember to actually use early bird first. This guy has a lot of hit points, apparently. I'm gonna let Kid Rosie build up so I can get the early bird off. Oh, never mind. That just changed that plan. So let's sucker punch him, we'll blister him, even though it's not gonna do as much. We will queue up another minecart. I will tranquilize him. Now, I don't know if he actually gets to keep all of his points once they're full, but as it gets close, I'm going to switch over to offensive stuff. Showtime. Yeah, that's the end. Not the first time someone wanted to fight over my hair. Not bad. Kid is level 19. So the Regency is level 5. Dust Off is now a Deluxe Vantage. I don't remember which one that is exactly. Drop the Rawhide. So now that bull knows who the boss is. Oh, we can camp here. Can we get wool? Aw, man. Okay, we gotta deal with this hog. These wild pigs think they're after their food. So it looks like they're all gonna do defensive stands. Oh, I do have Dust Off here. Wow, actually that's pretty good if that's the revive one. So what does rolling do exactly? Mud pile like mole side dive roll. Okay, he just rolled. Let's get ready for an avalanche then. Dock is slowed, and we can actually finish this one off. Dash, take cover. Dash failed. So I'm gonna put up Harvest, and we're gonna blister this one. Queue up the minecart. Actually, scratch that. I thought Harvest was ready to go off, so we didn't actually get anything. The pigs retreat to fatten themselves up. So only an A rank. Block is now a deluxe vantage. Got some more rawhide. So before I actually settle down to cook, actually, should I cook now? Let's do it. So with all the ingredients I have, I actually do need to start cooking some, and what? Huh. Moon and Rosie are whispering excitedly to each other. Swift Stream dared him to do it. When Frederick pulled a stunt like that on me, I kicked him in the shin and he went crying home to his ma. Kid? Are you snooping in on our private conversation? What are you talking about? Am I intruding on something? Did you see that? Do you see what I'm talking about now, Rosie? Oh yeah. He really does do that. Huh. Huh? What? Me? Do what? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Heh. Okay. I'll just go stand over there. Give your girl some space. Much appreciated. Kid ejects himself from the conversation. So, Moon, what did Wind in the trees say to you after? Look, Rosie, I need you to cook. Hope to never set foot in mine again. So, beef stew. I have a lot of stuff here for that, so let's make a couple of these. Let's make a butternut muffin. Like, I don't actually know what's going to sell for a lot. I need to save my honey. Let's make some cornbread. I don't have a lot of mushrooms. Let's make some omelets. So now she's a hash slinger. Can make some peanut bread. Then once we get to a store, we're going to start selling this stuff. So I definitely like the salad thing here because this is all stuff we grow on the farm, if I remember correctly. We can make some succotash. And I guess some veggie dumplings. And then, just for the sake of it, times like this I think back to Reigning Wisdom's teachings about listening to the Great Voice to find guidance. Even though I spent so much time with you in the Chipawkwick, I feel like there's still a lot I don't know about your beliefs. Then please, just ask. Why do you have two Oh, have I done this one? Because I think I asked about teepees. Was that on camera, though? Why do you have two chiefs? I thought that your dad was the chief of the Chipawkwick, but others are now saying Yellow Cloud is also chief? We have two chiefs. Flying Trout is the peace chief and Yellow Cloud is the war chief. Both chiefs hear the Great Voice differently. It is dangerous to only follow one leader who hears the Great Voice only one way. For a long time, Yellow Cloud's position as chief was unmentionable because we were at peace. Now that is no longer true. The reason man has conflict is because no one is capable of hearing the Great Voice perfectly, and so we hear and understand it differently. Each side believes they understand the truth, and the other side does not. Our views conflict, and so we fight. One may look upon a stone and say that it was shaped by rainfall in the summer. Another may look at the same stone and say it was shaped by waves of flowing stream. Who is correct? There is no way to know. So by listening to more voices, we can hopefully grow in our understanding of the Great Voice. Unlike the Great Voice, we have both ears to listen and voices to speak. If more voices are better, then why have any chiefs at all then? Just let everyone speak. It's not feasible to listen to everyone at once, so the most respected voices gather to speak their truth one at a time while the rest of us listen. So I don't really want to mess up my revolver. Let's try the broom, just in case. Wow, I have a lot of claws. So for the question marks, we want to pick stuff that we don't like. You want to choose things that the ones you do know do not have any overlap with the other ones. So we can do bone, claw, larva. So now we have another thing for the bone and larva, and I don't know what that one is. So claw, electrocyte, photophore. So the claw and the photophore both have attack up, it looks like. For the shell, I don't have a lot of needles. We'll do the electrocyte. Nothing. Wow. That hurts, man. Shell, gossamer, horn. Nothing. So we have the rawhide completely filled out. Or wait, that one? Okay, so we found something for the photophore. That one's completely discovered now. Like, the shell is annoying me. Shell, bone... tail. So the wiry tail is completely known now, but still nothing for the shell. Actually, no, we don't want to do the larva. That's getting a little annoying. You just missed it. The Padre just rode by with the dead. The people are waiting for him now with candles. Shame we couldn't take Creed alive. All that work for nothing. Okay. So let's just try to walk away, and then we'll go to sleep. So I was kind of wondering if they respawned. However, the plants did not. So I do want to take another shot at the bull if it's here. This time I'm going to try to put harvest up. So you want to lead off with early bird. So that did 20. So let's see, 20 is 15%, which means you're dealing around 13 to 12 would be 10%, so it has somewhere between 120 and 130 hit points, and that's if you're doing it this order. If you go after him first, or, well, if you go after Tuco or whoever first, they'll be weaker, obviously. So let's blister him, then we'll sucker punch. Queue up a minecart. I may want to tranquilize. Well, at least it does damage, I guess. Try to build it for another minecart, but I think he's gonna get a turn, or at least he'll wake up by then. Okay, we need to sucker punch him awake. Oh crud, I forgot the harvest. Did that count? Not the first time someone wanted to fight over my hair. I don't think that did. Hola! Have you come to participate in the Eve of Skulls? Let me teach you traditional recipes served during the festival. Okay, well that uses honey, so... I'm not kicking myself for that. Frutas y verduras frescas. Fresh fruit and vegetables. Like, I don't actually speak Spanish. I'm guessing on some of this stuff, just on context and stuff. So, apple pie... I need to find the recipe for this. I know it's sold in Cypress Flats, because if I can get $3 per dish, that will remedy a lot of my money problems. So the beef stew is not worth that much. We get train fare for it. Butter bisque, butter coffee, butternut bar. So hold on, this butternut muffin is worth more than the beef stew? 163? Yeah, it is. That's messed up, man. I will sell a beef stew. Circus flag, contraption. Well, I guess that's something we don't need anymore, so I could always sell that. For cornbread, this is worth so little, it's not really worth doing in the future, it looks like. The electrocyte's worth quite a bit. You can farm those in the mine. There's peanut bread. This one, depending on how exactly you make it, might not be a bad deal. Salad's pretty cheap, but that's fine because of how easy it is to make, I'd say. Hey. So you should only have one side scope. I have two because of the whole glitch thing. Succotash, this one's also fairly cheap. Vegetable stew. Vegetable dumplings. This is actually... Wow. I need to look into that one, because that seems to be the best deal so far. And then for these, the apple's the only one I'm concerned that I don't have like a reliable source to obtain them from just yet. Our doctor is busy, but I can sell you medical kits if you're unwell. $50 each. Not happening. My husband, our town doctor, is missing. Dr. Finch of Swellsville has been stopping by to treat people on the second floor of the cantina. My son is sick, but the town doctor is missing, and I don't trust that outsider in the cantina. Oh, there's the door. ¿Cómo está usted? You need caballos? I don't know if caballo is donkey or horse or what. Welcome to San Gonzalez. You need caballos? Talk to my papa. Have you seen my madre? Mi madre. Papa says she is at church, but she has been gone for days. So here's the cantina. Bienvenido a mi cantina. Can I cook up something for you? So, chili. So I'll buy some roasted carrots. I'll take some dried fruits. And I'll take some chili. So we're starting to get some recipes. How can everyone celebrate and have fun at the festival when everyone knows what's really going on in this town? You're not from here, so you don't know. This town has a terrible secret. What? You want to know the secret? I really shouldn't say. Fine, I'll tell you. The priests and monks of San Gonzalez are not what they appear to be. The mission is controlled by a gang of Mexican revolutionaries called Los Ventidos Condenados. They run the mission and they control this town. Anyone who defies them or says the wrong thing, they end up missing. Happened to Argelas and Sonora Pelino. If what you say is true, then Tuco Delgado must be here in San Gonzalez. So Kid is now alert. Bailad conmigo. During the day we must dance like we are full of life, but at night we must be silent to show respect for the dead. This is the duality of life and death demonstrated by the Eve of Skulls. So come, dance with me. Stay a while. Listen to my ballad. My husband, Andreo, had a valuable treasure, so Los Condenados, those guys, that's what I'm going to call him, took him. I pray that he is still alive. 10 years ago, mi padre was killed by the evil Tuco Delgado. Every eve of schools, I make an offering at the church and pray for a chance to avenge his death. I've heard a rumor that Tuco Delgado has finally returned to Bronco County. Perhaps my prayers have been answered. You four again? Regular town doctor around here is missing, so I've stepped in. Really busy, but if you need treatment, I can't refuse. Hippocratic oath and all that. What seems to be the trouble? So can you buy medkits from him for 10 and then sell them somewhere else for money? I'm kind of curious about that. So you actually... So the stuff that's marked new are the treatments Doc doesn't know. Pain alleviant, cooling treatment, Lundgren's ointment, gangrene, dysentery, bullet fragment, calms emotions, unlocks jaws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 treatments I still need. Got the lead pusher. So the thing... Is this seriously obsolete already? Wow. Single-action six-shooter used by desperados. Huh? Stairway is blocked right now. Man, I am flying through these little handguns. And the thing is, I don't want to sell them because I can use them to practice Moon's imbuing to get her stats up. Hard part is filling in that table, though. Puedo decirle todas las frases de coupon para el mercado. ¿Quieres que te lo diga? No hablo español, bro. Mis disculpas, señor. So this mask right here is what Kid gets for this area. This time of year we celebrate the Festival of Skulls. During the day we remember our departed loved ones with merrymaking, but at night the bells will ring and we silently watch as the hearse takes the recently deceased through the streets and into the church where their souls can be laid to rest. Would you like to wait until evening and watch the ceremony with me? Not yet. So is this a store? Would you like to buy a flower? Huh. Well, it's considered a treasure, but this one's considered an ingredient. I am grateful that the Eve of Skulls brings so many people closer to the church. At the same time, I'm disturbed that this festival is also rooted in heretical Tehuacan beliefs. I have no idea what she's asking. Yeah, why would I want this? It looks like it's just inferior for everyone. Like, it has those, stats effects built into it, it's just I don't know which one that is offhand. Neat. If you're looking for Miguel Pelino, he's probably in the livery. If he ain't there, then his home can be reached by going up the stairs to the cantina, then south along the outer walkway, which is where I got the gun. So I was wondering if there was anything over here, but I guess not. These cargo doors to the church are shut tight. Well, let's go on inside the church, shall we? Pause inquire message. Told you about the inquire button. I feel like I have. You can press it while pointing the cursor to almost any menu to learn more about that item. Then a little ticker message goes by. Sometimes it goes by so fast I can't even read it. But hold Y to cause it to pause. I've showed you that a couple times, but I've never actually called it out. Oops. So does this actually say anything? Level 4, level 2, level 3. Overall, I think Rosie's is probably the most important since that's your primary source of money. As far as I know, for Kid, anyone can literally pick the stuff, so yeah. Mi hermano Arturo spends all his money at the cantina drinking and speaking too freely. I fear the secrets he shares will lead him into trouble, so I pray for him. I think he's the guy who told us that this is corrupt as all hell. Have you heard of the Doom 22? They are a gang of revolutionaries who hope to overthrow the Mexican government. Even though there are only 22 of them, they are quite powerful and led by the legendary outlaw Tuco Delgado. But don't worry, they are in Mexico and you are safe within these church walls. Foreshadow. San Gonzalez used to be Mexican territory, but was annexed by the United States from Mexico after the war. People are saying that Tuco has rejoined the Saints Little Gang. I hope that this is not true. We'll worry about that later. Let's talk to the old lady. Saludos. Have you come to make an offering for the dead? Marigolds and Katrina dolls are traditional offerings for the dead. I think we have some marigolds, so we can do that later. Locked with a skull-shaped keyhole. Okay, let's go talk to the Padre in here. I've been reading up on the strange religion practiced by the Tehuacan. Did you know that they worship the moon and believed it to be the literal eye of God? During the full moon, God's eye was wide open and able to look down upon all creation. I believe that's why the Eve of Skulls also takes place during the full moon phase. Do the Chippewa practice a similar belief as the Tehuacan? No, we are nothing like the Tehuacan. We do not worship the moon and have no gods. We only hope to understand the great voice, which is the wisdom revealed in all things. So that's a repeat. There are many religious texts and historical accounts written by the original monks of San Gonzalez. Without knowing what you're looking for, it would take too long to peruse them all. And same thing. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Why are you four wandering around? I used to serve Santa Ana. Now I serve Tuco Delgado. Why are you four wandering around? Another skull-shaped keyhole. And right there he just went ahead and spilled the beans about Tuco. You four look very familiar. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? Diego Acero. Alejandro Lopez. Ertzi Batista. Inigo Pestano. Arsenio Guardado. Dario Castillo. Manuel Ruiz. Ricardo de la Cruz. Esteban Vargas. Raul Mariano. Every night during the Festival of Skulls, new bodies take through the streets and into the morgue. The coffin is displayed at the ofrenda, and finally it is buried here. Bienvenidos a San Gonzalez. Te daré una ofrenda. ¿Quieres un maravilla? Una Katrina u pan? Pan. Por favor, toma esta... something or another. Pan should be the word for bread. Hey, there we go. I have given up hope waiting for my missing son to return. Now I come here to pray for his soul during the Eve of Skulls. So, let's go ahead and wait till evening and see if there are any updates. Okay, I didn't really learn too much there.